Welcome back to January's episode of Cody's Corner. My name is Cody Haddad, the Town Administrator for the Town of Halifax. I'm joined today by Bob Valery, our health agent for the town. I'll run through some quick updates going on in Halifax, what has occurred over the past month or so, what you can expect over the next month, and then we'll go through, do a nice introduction with Bob, and you can learn a little bit more about our health department and what Bob does on a daily basis. So to get started here, burning permits are now available through the Halifax Fire Department. They can be obtained on their website 24 hours a day. You pay for the permit, print that out, and that serves as your paper permit. Burning season is January 15th through May 1st, and you need to call the day of after 9 a.m. to make sure that it's okay to burn that day per the fire marshal. In our Holmes Public Library, running February 1st through March 8th, they will be having story times. They will be held on Thursdays and Fridays at 11 a.m. Thursdays will be for 2 and 3-year-olds, and Fridays will be for 3 and 4-year-olds. The town's also actively searching for a new member to join our Conservation Commission. Conservation Commission oversees all of our Wetlands Protection Act, issues several different permits. They're part of our one of our permitting authorities. They're supported by our conservation agent. We also have an administrative assistant in the department. So we are looking for somebody. If you are interested and you are a resident in town, you can submit a talent bank form to the Board of Selectmen's office, and we will begin considering all of those applications over the next month or so. If you have any more information or any more information you would like to obtain about that, you can contact my office or you can contact the Conservation Commission's office. If you look on their website, there's more information on what they do and if maybe you think you'd be a good fit. We are also actively recruiting for several different key positions, full-time and part-time in town. We right now are looking for an assistant town accountant, a library technology librarian, a patrol officer, and an administrative assistant to support our Conservation Commission. So varying roles here in town, varying skill levels needed. Some are part-time, as little as 10, 15 hours a week. And then we have some full-time positions, such as our town accountant, assistant town accountant. So if you're interested, that information is all on our website. You can submit resumes and applications, and we would certainly look forward to reviewing your applications. One additional piece of information to keep in mind is at the Board of Selectmen meeting on the January 23rd, the board approved a contract with an energy management consultant, Energy Advocates. This is really an exciting project for the town. Energy Advocates serves as quasi-energy manager for the town. Energy Advocates in particular serves in several other communities throughout the state. You're seeing this position pop up in many towns of having a full-time energy manager. We aren't quite to that level in Halifax yet, so we decided it would be good to bring in a consultant who can do the work but at a much lower price than a full-time position. So we look forward to having Kathy Stanley on board. Kathy will be doing tons of different projects for us. She'll be overseeing our Green Communities grant. She'll be taking care of our reporting that has to go through the state. There's stretch code, energy code that we need to make sure we're adhering to that Kathy will help us with. And there's tons of other grant opportunities that we're going to try to take advantage of with Kathy helping us consulting. So look forward to many additional energy efficiency projects and initiatives going on in town. That is pretty much all I have as far as updates. We will be doing another episode in February. I look forward to receiving your feedback. But with that, now I'd like to introduce again Bob Valery, our health agent. Bob, thanks for joining me today.
Happy to be here.
So as part of Cody's Corner, what I've been trying to do is have some of our department heads and key staff in to introduce you to the community. You're obviously out and about in the community regularly, so many of our residents, business owners know who you are. But for those that don't know who you are, may interact with you in the future, give us a little introduction, tell us about yourself and how you ended up here.
Well, my name's Bob Valery, and I have a bachelor's in health science, a master's in regulatory affairs, worked 3 years for the town of Marshfield, and I've been about going on three and a half here in Halifax, and just have a passion for public health, which public health is such a gambit of areas. Yeah. It's not like I come into an office every day and have the same routine. I never know what's going to be on the plate, even when things are scheduled. So they consider public health, they call it a cradle to grave job. So, which is, from the day you're born until that final day, one way or another, our lives are affected with the things that I do within a health department.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. That's interesting. I like that. So, you touched on it. You do tons of different things, right? What can the public and the community expect to see you out doing? I know in the summer sometimes you're out doing water samples. You do things with Title V. Give us a few different things that you and your office do.
So, our job is to ensure that the regulations, the laws, and policies are enforced and/or taken care of. So, if it's food inspections, there's minimal requirements. Each restaurant has to have 2, but they might need 3 or 4.
Right.
In the summer, I have to do the water sampling, not only for the fecal contaminations, but to ensure that we don't have cryptosporidium growing in the pond. Septic work. It's not just putting in a septic system. We're protecting groundwater.
Right.
And everybody drinks water. So basically, if what I do is make sure that your food is safe, your water is safe, the air is clean to the best of our ability, housing, and shelter.
Yeah.
And lately, the one that's really coming into place, which evolves through them all, is some of the climate change.
No, absolutely. That's a great point.
So that's, it's been hot and heavy on the agenda. And, the motto of my department is prevention's the best medicine. So we try to stay out in front of things. I'd rather be proactive than reactive to situations. I feel that's necessary. So,
Good.
and communication to the general public. So like you said, a lot of people know me out in the community, but our website will give you the most current, up-to-date information on, what we know. And there's links on the left-hand side, says the A to Z of public health. So it's a 24/7 service that all you have to do is click on and find out about, my son got bit by a tick. Oh, geez, somebody got bit by a mosquito. What do I do? Who can I contact? It's Saturday night. So
That's great.
that's what we've...
That's a great resource. And that website is under the Town of Halifax's website, right? And then under just the Board of Health departmental page.
Under Board of Health, and then on the left-hand side, there's all different links. And if you do A through Z, that will bring you into the 90 infectious disease areas that we are in charge of, as well as septic information, pond information, all the things that my department does.
Wow, that's great. Yeah, you couldn't sit here and kind of even begin to detail all of the things that you do. We talk on a regular basis, and it still amazes me every day, kind of the wide range of activities that you guys are involved in. One of the things in particular that I think would be great for the community to learn a little more about, we've talked about it in Board of Selectmen meetings. I've been a huge advocate of it. You've done a great job, but it's this Public Health Excellence Grant. And it's really something that the town and the community should be proud of. Halifax serves as the sponsor. That's something that is that's no accident, right? Bob has been the one really spearheading this. He's done a phenomenal job. And, I'll let Bob explain that a little bit more, but it just shows the high quality staff that we have here, with Bob included in that, and the quality that we're bringing to you in the community. So Bob, tell us a little more about this Public Health Excellence Grant, and what is it?
So first, I started out as the biggest skeptic of the whole thing, because there's the idea of sort of trying to regionalize public health. Well, what I learned through COVID was we do here in Massachusetts have a fractured public health system.
Okay.
Other parts of the country use the model of what we're doing. So the state said, listen, we can provide fundings, get a group of communities together because you'll have strength in numbers. If you're able to put 6 towns together that are all on the same path, tires, rubber hitting the road the same way,
Right.
you'll be stronger together. So it gives me so many more resources and the ability of, I alluded that every restaurant has to have 2 inspections. Well, now I can have restaurants have 3 and 4 inspections.
Wow.
So it's the ability, whether it be septic work, whether it be food inspections, whether it be nursing services, for us not only to achieve the minimum standards, but to go above and beyond those standards. And we're being watched and measured.
Good.
Currently, we're actually in the forefront of things. But it's and I think importantly, we get to stay autonomous.
Right.
Meaning Halifax is still Halifax. Bridgewater, West Bridgewater, East Bridgewater are still, themselves. Middleborough, Raynham, my other 2 towns, they're themselves. But now we pool our energies together and make it a strong commitment to, try to best solve with more minds problems that just might come across our table, because I don't know when the next pandemic's coming, but let's be in better shape than what we were then.
Excellent. Oh, it is. It's a great program, and I think it's only a benefit, right? So the grant that you're utilizing, the public health grant, it's for all above and beyond. You continue to meet your level of requirements with Halifax and using the town appropriated money, but these are all things above and beyond that really just provide better conditions, safer conditions for our community, which is awesome. On top of the collective minds together, and it's really a great thing. When did that start, Bob?
We actually kicked it off. We're into it started in 22, but in June, and we go by fiscal year.
Right.
So there was nothing done in June.
Okay.
So in 23 was when we started.
Okay.
But by starting, it was pretty much me, get the other 5 communities thinking what we need to think, and then getting some hired staff to do the functions that we needed to have done.
Ah, great. Oh, that is very exciting. Yeah. So if you're out in the community, or you're even in one of the other communities, 5 other communities, right?
Yes, we have Middleborough, we have Raynham, East Bridgewater, West Bridgewater, and Bridgewater.
Nice.
And all of their health agents, can assist, and or obviously reach out to me, and I'll get to them. And
Good.
there's some solutions out there for you that are so much better today than they were even just a year and a half ago.
Good. Very good. Well, with that, Bob, is there anything else you'd like to share with the community, the public, before we end here?
Well, just in general, when a hot topic happens to be coming up, do your best to get some the most current, most factual information that you possibly can on it. I'll just bring up respiratory virus. It was really at a surge. It is starting, to move down a bit, and respiratory virus could be COVID, could be the flu, could be the cold, could be RSV. There are certain things that even in for mosquito season, that are undeniable. Weigh the risk versus the reward of any activity that you do. Personal protective equipment. That can be as simple as wearing a long sleeve shirt if you're going out for a walk at night, at dusk in the summertime. Perhaps using a mask if that need be, but think of how you can protect your body. healthy habits, proper eating, proper sleeping, proper exercise will never steer you wrong. And in the event that you want to consider vaccinations or want to consider medications, always check with your doctor. If you're uncertain, don't just believe what you might be reading on one side or the other side of a story.
Yeah.
Get your facts, reach out, and hopefully that will help everybody in our community have a healthier, happier life.
Yeah, that's all you can ask for. And you bring up a great point, Bob. That can really be said for everything, right? Get the facts. And I encourage, the Halifax community to please do that. If you have questions about things going on in the community, resources in town, operations of our town government, anything it may be related to the government of Halifax, please reach out to us directly. This is a great channel for me to try to get information out to you, things going on in the community, introductions to some of our key departments, and get that information out. But I really encourage you to not only get involved, but seek the information out. Please don't always believe what you read on social media, particularly about the town. If there is something that you are looking for, an answer to a question, contact my office if you don't know where to start, and I can guarantee I will at least steer you in the right direction. I may not have the answer for you, but I will find someone who does. So with that, I will close. Bob, thank you again for joining me. This has been great, and I look forward to being back again next month. Thank you.